Hello, my Aloha tribe, and welcome to the Aloha Perspective, where you get a little bit of something and a whole lot of everything. Happy Wednesday. It is Self-Care Wednesday, and it is day number 7 of Body Positivity. So, all right. Let's breathe in. I know I'm a little late for those that come on live, and I apologize for that. It's also Self-Care Wednesday. Did I say that yet? I don't know. I'm like finishing up the last stuff I need to do before I head out to San Diego because Comic-Con starts this week. That's right. But sad news. Sad news. I've been sidelined a little bit because of Comic-Con or for Comic-Con. So I'm going to be able to go tomorrow, but I don't know if it's because I've been stressing about a lot of different things or what, but I developed shingles. And it's not an old people thing, guys. It's an immune thing. But I have a high immunity, so I'm just going to go out on a limb here and say that it's a emotional response to something, like a spiritual response to something. And I know a lot of people are being like, Shelly Marie, that's bullshit. You're stressed. Your body just couldn't take it anymore. I've been stressed for 4 years, okay, since I lost my job. But no, the last week or so has just been, God, I feel like it's just been like this big spiritual battle, right? So I figure maybe what it is that I'm not good at patience. I'm terrible at patience. Because it seems like, so I discovered this on Sunday. Monday I called my doctor and immediately they put me on medications, an antiviral medication. And so, because self-care. But I read, so most of these they appeared overnight. You know, like going from like here all the way around my back. And some of them are already starting to fill. Well, I don't want to, it's kind of gross, so I don't want to tell you. But it seems like every time I lose my patience with something, a new patch appears. So I figure this is my body telling me, if you're not going to learn, we're going to teach you how to learn. So that being said, if you've had the chickenpox, I'm not contagious to you. But I might be contagious to immunocompromised people who haven't had the shingles vaccine, or, well, the shingles vaccine isn't going to do anything against me, because how it works is if you have shingles and you come up against somebody who has never had chickenpox, you have the very big possibility of giving them the chickenpox. And I don't want to do that to anyone. Comic-Con is a huge place. There's lots and lots of people. So I figure I'm going to go tomorrow. I'm going to scan myself in. I'm going to do my best to steer clear of people the best I can, except for sibling. And one of my best pals who will be coming down for this as well, or who's on his way now. It's one of my best friends, and I can't wait to see them. So, yeah. But also because of my health and because I want this to get better and not worse, I've decided that I'm probably going to skip the rest of it. Yeah, that's like a big thing. You know, I know a lot of people are saying, well, this is the best year to do that because, you know, people are on strike and there's not going to, it's like, no, it's not why I go. That's a perk, sure. But I go because it's a happy place. It's like Disneyland number 2 for me. And, yeah, it's just, you know, it's the one thing every year I look forward to for the last 15 years. So, I know, but at least I get to go tomorrow. So I'm grateful for that. So you know what? I will not let this dampen my spirits. I'm super excited to get to go. I know there's a lot of people who want to go and can't go. So I am counting my blessings and I'm very, very grateful for that. And I'm going to do my best and my darndest to learn patience. Also, sibling and I decided on Friday we're going to go see Barbie, right? We really want to see Oppenheimer, but Barbie felt a little more Comic-Con like than Oppenheimer, you know, a plastic doll versus an atomic bomb. We figure that's good for next week, along with the Haunted Mansion next week. So yeah, we got a full week, and so it's not all for naught. And I get to see my dad today because, you know, as many of you know, San Diego is my hometown. So, all that aside, the pity me aside, pity me. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. It was a hard decision to make, but I know that I'm making the right decision because, you know, there's a lot of pain, and I got to make sure that I take care of my heart because I don't know how that will affect that. And, you know, it is a virus. So, you know, you gotta be careful. And like I said, I don't want to be the super spreader. Although my friend who's coming, he was funny because he says, you know, this is the first year without, any type of virus, you know, this is the first year without any worry of infectious disease, no masks. And he's on, look at you, you come down with an infectious disease. I run on my own time. What can I say? You know, I'm just grateful that it's this and not COVID. So knock wood, I'll take shingles over COVID any day. But, yeah, it's a new thing for me, and I'm grateful that I have a high tolerance for pain, but boy, it feels like sometimes there's like these little tiny elves inside of me just stabbing me from the inside. So do your best to not get stressed. Do your best to just be patient and just kind of go with the flow, because this is not a joke. This is no joke. All right. And it sucks. So, yeah, let's just get to self-care. I'm using some different cards this time. And the reason I'm using some different cards this time is because I figure let's do something more interesting, right? Let's do something fun. Okay, so these are not in order. I always like to check and see if they're in order, because I still have to go through my ritual of blessing these as well, you know, so you get the right stuff out of there. So these are a little different. The Soul Truth cards we will do, because like I said, it's Self-Care Wednesday. So we're going to go into the more soulful part of Self-Care Wednesday, and then we'll get into day 7 of body positivity. People keep commenting that the shows are so short. It's like there's only so much you can say about the first 10 lessons. When we get into body positivity, we're going to do some shadow work too later down the road. I'm going to go back over some notes I made from the one time we did it for self-love, because I think that'll be super duper important, right? Because shadow work can really be a big part of body positivity. You know, it'll make you dig deep on why you feel the way you do sometimes. So, wow. I don't know, those may be it. Some cards just fell out from the bottom. So I'm also super excited because I remembered I had this shirt. So I have a really sad story about this shirt. It is spectacularly sparkly in the sunlight. But when I was heading out to Tucson, and of course, going Tucson, you know, to see baby sibling, you're going east, right? So the sun was overhead. All of a sudden, all these things start hitting the window, and I'm just kind of giggling because my shirt's all sparkly and it's just like shining and it's glittering off of everything in the car. And then all of a sudden, I hear this boom, 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 boom. These poor butterflies were so attracted to my shirt that they were running into the window trying to get to it. So I had to cover up. I had to cover it, and fortunately it stopped after that. But I was like, oh God, I don't want to be responsible for all these poor butterflies dying. It was horrible. So I will be changing before I leave today because I do not want to go out in the sun with this. So the alchemist. The alchemist. Alchemy is creating, right? It's metals. It's creating, melting, and all the stuff with metals. And what can you create in your life? What can you be the alchemist in your life for? What can you say, hey, you know, I'm going to create this big thing, right? So that can be a self-care thing. Create great ideas for your self-care. There's so many different things. Self-care isn't just about mindful breathing and meditation and all that other stuff. Self-care is about taking care of your mental health. It's about taking care of you, right? It's about taking care of all different sorts of things. So, you know, that's the first thing to think about. All right. Surrender. Sometimes we have to surrender to the things that scare us the most. And I don't mean surrender like, you know, bow your head and say, okay, I'm your bitch. No, what I'm saying is when you surrender, what you're doing is you're saying, all right, I'm going to take my power back because I'm tired of running from this thing. I'm tired of sitting there going, you know what? I can't do this, right? When we're surrendering to something, we're taking our power back because you're surrendering to the fear so you can embrace it and kick its ass. You know, so I know for some people, surrender may feel like a double-edged sword, but It's literally like if you're running, say, we've talked about this before, right? You're running, and your fear is just chasing you like gangbusters. And then all of a sudden you just stop and you surrender to the moment. And you're all, you know what? I can't do this anymore. And you turn around and you decide to fight. And what you've already done is you've taken half the power away from that fear, because it's no longer chasing you. Now it's got to fight you. Right? And you're sitting, and so that's when you really have to discover your power. And guess what the next card is? Warrior. We all have that warrior inside of us. We all have that soldier inside of us. It says, I am going to do for you what I would do for other people. You know, we have a lot of times where we sit there and we're just like, oh, look, I didn't realize this was in here. There are little things in here that talk about all these things. I'm going to read these because I think they're going to be very, very important, right? Like I said, I just got these cards, so I'm absolutely not familiar with them. But you need to let the warrior out inside of you. And for those of you that say, but I'm a passive, peaceful person, there is such a thing as a Zen warrior. I apologize to the spirit because I do not know his name, but there was a man who was I believe he was a samurai. And then one day he decided, I can't do this anymore. So he became a monk. Right? He just went 180 on himself and became a monk. And decided that he was like a Zen warrior. So, you know, we can fight when we have to. Not unnecessarily. You know, we don't have to go out there and pick a fight. But we also can end the fight. And so he became like a Zen warrior. He became this person that, you know, and especially a spiritual warrior, right? Where you can battle a lot of things with words as opposed to weapons. You know, it'd be better if a lot of people realize this, but a lot of people don't. So here we sit. But, all right, I'm sorry. I have to figure this out because these are all under different things. They are under different headings. There's transmute, dare to dream, speak your truth, power, higher perspective, my favorite, patience. So it's all about finding the right one. I really want to read these. Something is telling me you have to read these. So, oh, I see. These aren't different topics. These are just the big cards, I guess. So, all right, let me flip this over. Let's see. The first one was the Alchemist. The Alchemist, look how small these words are, right? I know. The Alchemist card indicates a time of metamorphosis. Sorry. It is a call to view everything in your current life as an opportunity for growth. Right now, it is a potent time to plant the seeds of what you want to invite in. It is also a reminder that our thoughts are incredibly powerful. We may not feel like we have a lot of control over our lives, but we can work hard at changing our thought patterns to ones that empower us. Whatever they are given, the alchemist is able to transmute. They are able to transmute. So again, they are able to create, right? They may have a handful of bad ingredients, but they are able to make magic with what they have. It can be a long process, but they hold a vision for the final product while continuing to show up in their negative situation and slowly work at transmuting it. Someone who is in the shadow of alchemist may not believe in themselves. They may also have both a fear of failure and fear of success, keeping them paralyzed in their current situation. They can also minimize situations and keep their true feelings inside, as opposed to getting them out and moving on. A key to being an alchemist is naming what is happening so you can work with it. So see, this is kind of the thing, right? I'll use a small example for this. You know, it was like I just said, my Comic-Con was super upended, right? But instead of crying over spilled milk, I thought, well, I'll go on the two usually least amount of people days, Thursday and maybe Sunday if I'm feeling okay. But I decided to pop things in there. You know, Friday, sibling and I are going to the movies, and, you know, maybe Saturday, I don't know, maybe rest day, whatever. But the point is that when the road curves, you can either slow down and curve with it, or you can just run right off the road and crash into that tree, and then you got to start all over again, right? You got to figure out how to get everything back on there. So when life hands you negative situations, The whole point is to turn it into something positive, just like the alchemist. Even with bad ingredients, the alchemist figures out how to create something better, how to transmute all that stuff. And that's kind of what shadow work is about. All right, so surrender. Surrender is the next one. Let's see. This is not easy to find these things, so I am sorry that you're sitting here watching me going, Shelly Marie, blah, blah, blah. We do not want to see your face all this time while you're looking for stuff. I'm sorry. I pulled this at the very last minute and didn't even think about the fact that it had a map inside. So let's see. Shadow, transmute. All right. Well, you know, maybe we'll just skip those because I think kind of made the point, right? Oh, here's the index. Surrender. Nope, that's not the index. Well, it's an index, but it's not the index. So, all right. Maybe if I come along the warrior, but I think they both kind of speak to themselves, right? They kind of give the idea of what you need to do, and so sorry, there's just some in here that's like, oh, I did not see that coming. But yeah, it really is all about just, you know, learning how to zig when the world zags. And I know that's not easy for a lot of people because, you know, it does involve a level of trust. You know, oh, here we go. Really? I don't know how I missed it. They're both in big words. So surrender. And the funny thing is they're both in the same column. Seriously, Shelly Marie. So surrender. We often hear the word surrender being thrown around in what? Okay, we often hear the word surrender being thrown around in intentional communities, and rightfully so. This is one of the primary lessons we are on earth to learn. It is also one of the most challenging. To surrender is to have our human nature take a back seat. This is not easy, and we can find ourselves saying, I know how I should look at this, but we struggle when it comes to actually embodying it and putting it into practice. When we are working with larger concepts, it is important to break it down. Rather than embracing surrender like a mantra, enter into a dialogue with it. What does it mean? What does it look like? If you were to surrender, how would you feel? How would you move through life? How would your heart, soul, mind, and body feel? With the situation at hand, how would you engage differently? What are small things you can do daily to hold a container for surrender? Consider journaling around these questions and sit with what this card means for you and how you can integrate it. Good Lord. Oh man, that was a journey. I'm not kidding, guys. Look how small these words are. Okay, and I've been wearing glasses since I was in 3rd grade, so it's a challenge. It's a challenge. So the warrior. Pulling the warrior card indicates a need for strong fire energy and internal power. The warrior is a call to action as opposed to just a state of mind. It asks you to examine not just oppressive people in your life, but also the larger systems within the world, and then get to work. The warrior is not about complacency. In identifying where you need to stand up more, you may make those around you feel uncomfortable and defensive, but you must continue forward. The warrior can have a cutting message. It is saying, I see what you are doing, but what else can you do? Warrior sacrifices parts of themselves for humanity at large. The balanced warrior fights to create positive change, but may go about it in questionable ways. They are strong and resilient and do not have fear when they go up against oppressors. When the warrior is imbalanced, they can be very inflammatory and hyper-aggressive. They can push those away that may be of use to them and easily bypass things that are good for them. They don't understand the concept of pick your battles and react with equal intensity no matter how big or small the issue is. I feel like that one hits home for me. Because like I said, I'm working on my impatience. And, it doesn't make us a bad person when we have these little character flaws. What it means is there's things that we need to work on. And that is what we're here for, right? We're here to surrender and to heal all these bits of us. And, if you are a person like me who believes in past lives or who believes on a veil side, then, you understand that these are the things that we need to do, You know, a lot of people believe that you keep coming back to Earth until you learn that lesson, right? Till you learn that lesson. And if you're not learning that lesson, you're going to keep coming back. I'll be honest with you, the way this world's heading, I would love to just learn my lesson, because the Earth is dying and people just don't care. So, but you know what we have to do? We have to keep standing in our truth. We have to, you know, I've come to the point now where I will tell people that don't agree with me, you know what, let's just agree to disagree, because it's also not worth fighting over. So everybody gets to keep their opinion, right? You don't have to sit there and go, well, you're wrong, because everybody is entitled to their opinion. You don't want to be that person that is constantly pushing your opinion on other people, because that's just going to make people not listen, really not listen to you. So, you know, you say your piece, you plant the seed, and you move on. I agree to disagree. I agree to disagree. All right, so we have the other cards, but I'm going to do those last, because the whole point of these shows is body positivity. So, again, this is day 7 of 30 non-consecutive days of body positivity. And let's see. Today's is share an outfit that gives you confidence. Share an outfit that gives you confidence. I would say this one, but it killed butterflies. So clearly this is not a shirt to wear when you're driving towards the sun. Oh man, I still feel bad about that. I love butterflies. And when I realized what was happening, she's like, oh my God. Fortunately, I had a little, like a shawl kind of thing on my chair. So I was able to just kind of cover myself. I turned up the AC, put this thing over me. It's kind of like, oh my God. And it stopped. But I have this one dress, which I was going to wear today, but it ties around the waist. And right now, you know, with what I'm dealing with, the less stuff that touches me around the waist or sits right on top of my waist, the better. So, what do you call it? I have this really pretty pink and blue dress. It's like a, you know what? It's, hold on, let me pull this off. It's like this color pink, right? And it's like the TARDIS blue. So it's like that, this pink, the TARDIS blue, but it's like the pink dress, and then the design is in the blue. And it is amazing. And I'm telling you, every time I wear it, I feel confident. I feel sexy. I do my makeup like, you know, I do my hair. I feel really good. If I can find the picture, because I think I took a picture and used it as my profile photo. So I'm going to put that in the comments. And I'm only doing that not to show off my face or my dress, but to just show how it can really make you feel confident, how it can make you feel just like, oh my God, like you just stepped into your power. And I think we all have that outfit, right? And it doesn't have to be one specific outfit. You know, whatever you wear, let it make you feel great. You know, I mean, share an outfit that gives you confidence, but every outfit should give you confidence. Every outfit, unless you're just sitting at home going, yeah, I'm into kind of my sweats and t-shirt. But even then you can be confident. I mean, how many people have we seen that, you know, they do these photo shoots, right? And they're wearing just what you would probably expect to see them at home in. And you're like, wow. And you drool. Like legit. So it's confidence. You should wear your confidence like it's your best outfit. But again, we all have those favorite outfits that make us stand a little taller, make us feel a little prouder, and we think, yeah, I need more outfits like this. I need more outfits like this. And we go and do it. We go out and buy them. We go out and get them. So, yeah, what outfit gives you confidence? So again, I'll see if I can find the picture, and I'll put it in the Facebook comments, only because on YouTube I can't. But yeah, so it's pretty spectacular. So anyways, I hope everybody no, we're not done yet, right? Oh my gosh, it's like I finished the whole topic. See what I mean though? We spent like 3 minutes on this topic. So, like I said, we're starting off with the first 10 of, you know, that hashtag F body hate, EFF body hate. And the reason I wanted to start with these is because they really make you think. They really start getting you into that zone, right? The first question we had, what does body positivity mean to you? The second one, what is something you love about your body? The third one, share a scar or mark with a beautiful story. Those were all last week. This week, what is something your body has accomplished? Share a fun, unique quirk about your body. And now share an outfit that gives you confidence. And next week, we're going to talk about how to take care of your body, and, not just by eating right and all that other stuff. Okay. I'm not going to tell you how to eat and all that. That's your choice. But how do we can pamper ourselves, how we can take care of ourselves, and a lot of it starts up here. So, yeah, if you want to, please, in the comments, share your favorite picture of an outfit that makes you feel confident. You can find it under Shelly Marie Lucas. All the lives are public, so you can post in the comments if you choose to. And I ask you to please share those photos, because I'll put mine in there, because I think it's a great idea to really kind of show people that, hey, this is how I feel about myself, and this makes me feel great. Now, when you have that outfit that gives you that confidence, that gives you that, over the top feeling, hold that power. Okay? Because first of all, the dress does not make you. The outfit does not make you. The shirt does not make you. You're making you. But you see someone different in the mirror. So when you undress, try to hold that feeling. When you go home, when you get dressed, dress in front of a mirror. And when you get home and you're taking off these clothes and you're feeling like, yeah, I'm really sad I have to take this outfit off, just feel the greatness, feel the awesomeness, and hold that feeling. Hold that power. Because that's where it really comes from. You're just it's like, Superman can't fly without his cape, right? That we know of. But he's still a great guy when he's not being Superman. He's, maybe not as confident, because I think, he has to hide that, right? He has to kind of be a little goofy. But the point is, well, it depends. I guess it depends on which Superman. Maybe that's not the best thing. So, Wonder Woman. We'll go with Wonder Woman, because Wonder Woman's always confident, right? But she's always got her powers. But the point is that she's confident whether she's dressed up looking like a museum person who restores art, or she's super confident when she's wandering around the world like Wonder Woman, hiding her secret, hiding her non-superhero, persona. So that's what we need to shoot for. We need to shoot for this part of us that says, yeah, the only thing that's different is I'm wearing this outfit that makes me feel fabulous. So when you take that outfit off, find a way to still feel fabulous. All right. So let's get to the final cards, the soul truth, because this is Self-Care Wednesday. I'm winging it here, guys, because tomorrow and Friday I will not be doing a show. So, because again, it's Comic-Con. And I've decided that I'm going to start taking, when I take vacations, no shows. Maybe I'll post reruns and stuff like reruns. I got enough reruns. So maybe I'll post those or something. But when was the last time I danced freely? When was the last time I danced freely? Because it will shift you into a beautiful state, because it will get you out of your head and into your body and heart, because fear lives in the head, along with anxiety, control, guilt, and frustration and impatience. In just a few minutes of dancing, you will make the shift. You will feel a charge of joy and confidence take over, and you will feel a soul reminder to live and lead from your heart. Dancing is a tool to ground us in the now. It triggers happiness, and it is the gateway to freedom. To become free, dance. I know, who doesn't like to dance? I dance without anyone watching, but I love it. So dance for 3 minutes to your favorite song. Notice the inward fire grow within, and the feeling you feel being you. You are a wild, loving force. Express it with dance today. So there you go. The next one. Does my life have room for more pleasure and play? Every life should have more room for pleasure and play. That is self-care. That is self-care at its finest. And, yeah. Hello. This is like the superstar card. That Sesame Street letter and number of the day. So we're going to save this one for last. How can I infuse more self-love and compassion into my daily life? Ooh, that's a good one. How can I infuse more self-love and compassion into my daily life? If your compassion does not include yourself, it is incomplete. Buddha. So again, if your compassion does not include yourself, it is incomplete. Buddha. Today's soul action. Choose one self-care action to do today. Number 1, set stronger boundaries. Number 2, meditate and listen to your heart. Number 3, speak to yourself with compassion. Number 4, focus on your strengths. Number 5, say no to something that isn't a soul yes. Number 6, say yes to something you are afraid of. Number 7, let go of what you cannot control. Number 8, stay far away from drama and negativity. Number 9, ask for help and allow it. I know a lot of people who do not know how to ask for help, so ask for help and allow it. Number 10, write 3 things down you are grateful for. Now, what I think everyone should do is pick something 1 through 9, but I think everybody should do number 10. Pick 3 things you are grateful for. And I don't mean just say, yeah, I'm grateful for the electricity in my house, I'm grateful for my best friend, I'm grateful for my spouse, my sister, my brother, my parents, whatever. Pick something harder. I'm grateful for my job, I'm grateful for my car. All the things that you take for granted every day that just happen to be there for you. Okay? So, last but not least, does my life have room for more pleasure and play? It should. In what area are you lacking pleasure right now? Maybe in certain relationships or with work. Is it possible to shift the seriousness of life to experience? I'm so sorry. Is it possible to shift the seriousness of life to experiencing a more creative, wild, and playful side of you? Yes. Yes, you have to make time for these things. You have to make time for playtime. All right? You have to make time for pleasure time. You have to make time for your self-care. Self-care is not selfish. It is absolutely 100% necessary. It's so you don't go crazy. It's so you don't just, blow your top like a volcano and yell at everybody around you for absolutely no reason because you're stressed out of your ever-loving mind. So today's soul action, what would happen if you added more play and laughter into your life? What area is lacking this right now? Take time to play, let go of any need to produce anything. So just go with the flow, right? Go with the flow. Live your life. Get out there and have a good time. Get out there and have fun. See yourself, be yourself, all those things, right? So now I can say it. I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful day today. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the week. I will see everybody back here on Monday. What is it? The 24th? So I'll see everybody back here on Monday, 8:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, Facebook Live. All lives are public. We'll be back on day number 8 of 30 non-consecutive days of body positivity. Oh, my brain. I think it's the meds I'm on because it says can cause, this, that, and the other. It's like my thought patterns are just like, whoa. So anyways, yeah, Monday, 8:30, body positivity, number 8. Day 8. So again, I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful day. Have a great, great rest of the week. Have a wonderful and safe weekend, whatever you're doing. I'm going to go enjoy myself tomorrow for the time that I can. And I'm going to have a great, great time because I love Comic-Con. It's one of my favorite places in the whole wide world. And one of my favorite places to go every year, this time of year. So, sorry. Again, have a great day, everybody. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on Monday.